This time on The Real Generation Gap.
Everyone's yelling at each other. Audio's horrendous. There's a dog that's barking in almost every scene it's in.
These people are dead.
This film should be dead too.
There's not a girl alive right now that beautiful.
That's the only lucky day, you know darn well and sad.
Hello, welcome to The Real Generation Gap. My name is Shane Schuldmeyer.
I'm Fred Satilli.
And today we're reviewing another one of Fred's brilliant recommendations, Bringing Up Baby. Before we dive into this review, please give us a like, comment, and subscription. Let us know what you think about these older recommendations. Have you seen this film? Does it stand up to the test of time? Let's get into it. Fred, I don't think this film stands up to the test of time.
You couldn't be more wrong. You couldn't be more wrong. The beauty of this movie is that it's dead clean. There's no political agenda, no hidden thing. This is pure entertainment. It's very rapid jokes and funny sight gags. You, before we even talked here, you said this had like an I Love Lucy physical comedy element. Mm-hmm. And it's so true. Their clothes are being ripped. They're falling into the mud. They're falling off the cliff. All those kind of things. Really a fun movie.
Yeah.
And
no, I disagree.
Pure, clean entertainment for the whole family.
And just to be a little devil's advocate on that, it actually, for the time, wasn't pure, clean fun. This movie challenged censorship. I don't know if you knew that. The film faced challenges with censorship due to its suggestive content and innuendos. The Hays Code, do you know the Hays Code?
Yes, absolutely, I do.
Yeah, which governed the content of Hollywood films at the time, posed restrictions on certain aspects of the script, and the filmmakers had to navigate these limitations creatively. So it wasn't pure, clean fun at the time, and it's not pure, clean fun now. It's boring.
Look how far we've come.
We've come very far.
If this movie it's the cleanest movie ever. You can show this to a 10-year-old. If that was provocative at the time, just look at the difference of the time.
Yeah, no, I think that's really crazy. That
now there's
this
one
is
thing
provocative.
There's one thing that I never did get, and I never understood the top hat. They
Hat?
go in this high society thing. Guys are wearing top hats. Why was that good? Abraham Lincoln had that. What on earth compelled people to have a top hat? You know, but besides that, I picked this movie. It's all the way from 1934. You are a guy who likes romantic comedy. You certainly don't like horror. This is really the first one ever. This defined romantic comedy. This is a movie that's pure comedy. There's nothing in here that's not fun or funny.
I didn't laugh once.
I can't imagine how that can be.
Let me tell you why I didn't like this movie.
Okay.
So from the very first scene, it's nothing but people speaking over each other very loudly the whole movie. It's just everyone's yelling at each other.
Will you please get that? Oh, no, I'm afraid. Give me that.
Will you please hand it over? Will you please keep out of it now?
The audio's horrendous. There's a dog that's barking in almost every scene it's in. And it's unpleasant to watch. It's not shot cinematically. A lot of wide shots just to fit everyone in the scene. It's just boring. It's not fun. It's not fun to listen to. It's not visually appealing. I just didn't find it funny. Nothing about it was funny. I found the main character extremely annoying. She creates every problem, and yet this guy falls in love with her. It makes no sense to me.
You don't think opposites attract?
I think opposites attract, but not problems attract.
It's the drama of the movie. How is she going to get him to fall in love with her?
I didn't even get that was her objective at first. Like, she just plays this problem. I don't even understand. I didn't understand this movie.
Was hard for you to understand. This is a childlike comedy.
It made no sense. So it starts with her on the golf course and she steals his ball, right?
Uh-huh.
Why would she do that?
Because she was just a wacky, irresponsible millionaire. Nothing mattered to her. She didn't care if she stole people's cars or anything like that.
Yeah, she's stealing random people's cars, scratching them, crashing them, and this dude's in love with her. He's already he's engaged already, and then he falls in love with her.
No, he doesn't fall in love with her until the end.
Okay.
He's a dignified gentleman. He's a professor. He's creating this brontosaurus skeleton. He's got one bone left to get, the intercostal clavicle, right? And this is coming in the mail.
Okay.
Now, in addition to coming in the mail, is Baby. who is a leopard that her brother captured in Brazil and is sent to her to take care of. Now, just think of the times.
Realistic.
Can you imagine? In those times, you could bring an exotic animal in. The leopard is ultra tame, but only she knows that. And she doesn't tell anybody anything. In the movie itself, he says,
Tell anybody anything that comes into your head, and you don't tell me.
Yeah.
So he is constantly, the circumstances are changing rapidly. Look at these people.
Yeah, no, I think she is pretty, but pretty annoying as well.
Well, I can't believe you felt that way. I think she's completely lovely, and so did a massive part of the population. And before this,
but it did do horribly at the box office. It's more of a cult classic than a film that
very
did
much
well.
so. But look at the cult classic it is. It's like a 4-star out of 5 rated movie now.
Which, yeah, commercially it didn't do well
at the time.
Yeah,
but it's been shown and shown. These people are dead, right? And people are still watching this.
This film should be dead too. But
well, I'm sorry you didn't like the movie.
Yeah, I don't think it would hold up to.
I want our viewers to watch it. I want them to tell us.
Tell me I'm wrong, but I think they're gonna say I'm right.
Wow. And you go to these really loud movies.
Yeah,
there's like war movies.
And
like that.
they know to not have the actors talk over each other the whole movie. I get it. There's a scene where people are arguing, but the whole movie is just them arguing.
It's true. Every single minute is arguing from the very beginning to the very end, right to the end when she purrs.
Yeah.
And that's the climax, right? That's the climax.
I suppose
right?
so. Yeah.
That's the payoff. So, I think it's a really funny thing. All the supporting characters. You know, the ant, the big game hunter, all those people, they were hilarious characters.
Yeah, I think this movie was way too long, too.
It's not a long movie.
It's almost 2 hours, isn't it?
I don't think so. Luke, can you tell us how long that movie is?
Hour 42, so it's almost 2 hours.
Yeah, it's longer than I imagined. I thought it was more like an hour and 20. But it's an hour and 42 minutes of nonstop comedy. Really, really great.
That.
Yeah, you said they talked over each other because they were delivering lines that were set up for the next joke.
I couldn't even hear them because I just hear people yelling at each other, talking over each other. Nothing's clear to me. But yeah, I feel like the movie's a little too long too. Like it could have just been a good hour movie. Like
I thought every single minute right to the end was just nothing but fun. So anyway, we're going to leave it up to the audience on this. Here they are. Look at her. Oh, my God. There's not a girl alive right now that beautiful. Katherine Hepburn is an eccentric millionaire. And Cary Grant is a college professor or scientist who, well, maybe he's a museum curator, but either way, he's building this giant brontosaurus. He's building this brontosaurus out of 1 million bones. He's got 1 bone to go to complete the project. He's also trying to get $1 million grant from a philanthropist. But the trick is that because she's a millionaire and this guy's a millionaire, he's Boopy. She says, Boopy will do anything I say.
But it's not Boopy that you're trying to see.
Yes, no, his name's Peabody.
Alexander Peabody, but that's Boopy, and I know him well. I was going to have supper with him tonight. He'll do anything I ask him to. I can wrap him around my little finger.
Now, these millionaires at that time, they had these kind of pet names, you know, Buddha Huda Cahuta Johnson, you know, something like that. And this was common for that kind of society, you know, Biff and Buffy, right? They're riding the Rolls Royce or something. They always had this kind of stuff. So his problem that he's trying to get the money is no problem for her. She can get it for him. She's, we're past that. Let's go on to the next thing. And so she's got an agenda, and she's trying to get him to fall in love with her because for some crazy reason, she's wildly attracted to him. He, in the meantime, is engaged to a woman who is his associate who only cares about his career. And even as their marriage is pending, she doesn't even want to have a honeymoon because she wants to just stick with the work. She's totally into the work. He's like, we're getting married. We need a honeymoon. Nonsense. This work is too important. So he's kind of upset and not happy about that. In the meantime, he's got this extremely exciting woman, the exact opposite of her, who's driving him insane. And she brings him into the high society. Her aunt is this really, really rich lady who doesn't accept him. And meanwhile, the leopard has escaped. and they're trying to get the leopard, and the dog that you hated so much has found the bone which he's received in the mail and has now buried it in the yard.
You give that synopsis, it sounds like a movie I would enjoy. But
It's a movie you would enjoy if you watched it, but you had an attitude problem.
I don't think so. I think it just couldn't keep my attention. It wasn't delivered well. That the synopsis you just gave, like I could very much see it like a Sandra Bullock movie, you know, kind of like Miss Congeniality vibes.
Do you think that Sandra Bullock is even close to being another Katherine Hepburn?
I think she's pretty attractive, but
She's a lovely woman, but
that's just like the synopsis you told me. That's like
Right.
what I start thinking.
Yeah.
I think that's something
so
I
he
would
has
enjoy.
to overcome all these things.
But
Every minute, it's very,
Yeah.
very quick comedy. It's
Yeah.
very, very, an hour and 42 minutes of nonstop laughs right to the end. And that's why I recommend it. I've seen it many times. I've never heard anybody not like it. So we'll see if some other geezers out there or some really hip young people, if they can watch this and go, wow, man, what a great recommendation. I love this
yeah,
movie.
let's hear it.
That's what I'm looking for. Look at them. At that one point, he loses his glasses. She destroys, gives him a problem. And she goes, you're so much
You're
more
so
handsome
good-looking
without
without
your
your
glasses.
glasses.
He can't see.
Mm-hmm.
She's just, look at
Yeah.
you without your glasses,
How funny.
And it's one thing after the other. One thing, he's got a problem. She sees it differently. Everything that happens, he sees it one way and she sees it the other. For movies of all time, I'll just give it an 8 because, 10's got to really be great, right, to be a 10. But I think it's a wonderful movie. I think everybody would enjoy watching it. I was shocked at your reaction.
Yeah.
I was eager for you to see this because you like rom-coms. I'm like, wow, he's going to see this and go, wow, this is why I like these. This is why I like it. But you didn't.
No, I couldn't keep up with the...
Too fast for you.
It's not too
1934
fast. It's
comedy.
Too boring. Too boring and too loud. And that makes me feel old. It was like the audio really set me off to begin.
Why don't you turn it down a little?
Because I shouldn't have to.
Okay. All right. Wasn't the best sound quality, I'll give you that.
Yeah, but
Not the
that's that's to be known when you're watching such an old film.
Right.
But I don't know. I just couldn't get into this. So I'm giving it a 2.
Okay.
2. It was a
Fair.
movie, and I respect that. It's got some legends in it. I respect that. There's lots of moving parts in this film, like the leopard itself. That must have been, such a hill to overcome on set, But I don't think it was entertaining. I don't think anyone in current generations would be entertained by it. And I think it would be easily overlooked. That's a review of Bringing Up Baby. My name is Shane Schuldmeyer.
I'm Fred Satilli.
And thanks for watching. Thank you for watching The Real Generation Gap. Please give us a subscription. Give us a thumbs up. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about this movie. Do black and white movies hold up today? Was the audio okay in this film, or am I just being stubborn? Was this film entertaining? Is Fred onto something? Is this a hidden gem? Let us know. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks.